You're into it now. Either you're tight lacing or you're waist training, and you need support. We're going to be talking about your support groups. Now that can be one person, two people, a group that you meet in person. It can be a group that maybe you only Zoom, or it could be one of the many online groups that are out there. When I started my waist training, there were probably two groups. And one is a very well-known, well-established group. And the other one was one that kind of came on board with a corset company. In other words, a corsetier that made corsets. And this group came on, and unfortunately, it wasn't a corset that I wore. And that's the only corset they wanted to talk about. The other group is well-established. They came before the days the internet exploded. So it was very good information. Only problem was that, again, it only went up to a certain level, like tight lacing. Once you got into the waist training and the actual body modification of it, there weren't many people that really were discussing that. So it was still sort of like it wasn't an untraveled path, because it's been around a long time. But to find out about it, you had to be in very limited, restricted groups. Nowadays, it's not like that. And for you, that can be too much information. Definitely too much information leads to misinformation. And because you don't have a file already set up for things that have gone bad, you have the more propensity to do bad things because of bad information. So basically, I'm saying when you're doing your support groups, first look, see what's around you. And that can be, I hate to say it, going online, going onto some social media, seeing what appeals to you, who's saying what about what, who sounds like, who or they sound like that they're doing kind of what you're doing. Nowadays, hey, you still got me. And you got some very well-known groups out there. There are corsetiers out there, or a particular corset company that even have their own sites that you can call, or you can go online and find out and ask questions, or just listen, listen and read. That's how I found the corset that became my go-to, was finally going on and just listening to who had bad ideas, who had bad trips, good ideas, certain other things. And that's how I learned what I needed to do, who I needed to go to, what I needed to wear. But there's still, again, your body is different. Your body is not going to be exactly the same. So you still have to look at the fact of what's happening in my body. What is my lifestyle? All right. What is my weight? What is my size? What exactly is my goal? Now, if you're an extreme waist trainer, you're going to wind up going seriously off the grid. And these are the ones that are starting to go past what is normal body loss down to body modification, which is basically now they're going from, say, if you're good, going down to 20, well, now they want to go to 18. When I went to 24, that was almost natural for my body. And then I said, this really isn't the look that I had in my mind. I looked good, but I had an image in my mind. So basically, I said, okay, let's go the next step down, which was 22. And I can tell you, that was a journey because all the things I've been doing before, which were just as hard to do, to make sure you maintain your devotion, your dedication, and your inspiration for doing it. When I went to 22, it became a little more of a struggle. So that once I did reach my goal, oh yes, I was a happy camper. But there was no one to share it with. There's nothing wrong with sharing it for yourself and being a closet waist trainer. Nothing wrong with it. But after a while, you sort of say, yeah, I want to enjoy this with others that are like-minded. And that's why the support groups become so interesting, so necessary. There really aren't that many corset events out there that you can go to. It's not like you can say, oh, I'm going to look for some conventions that they deal with corsets. Well, you might go to a trade show where they sell corsets. Okay. You might go to some sort of a costume event where they make corsets, and there might be some vendors there. And so you'll get a bit of ooh-ahs and da-da, but you're not going to get any more information. You're not going to get any more support. So it seems again like this is just trivial information. But as you go there, as you continue, this does become important to you. This does become something you will seek. So, again, just be devoted to what you're doing, be dedicated to what you're doing, love what you're doing, be happy and comfortable in this art form. And I'll keep talking about the things that one can enjoy when one decides to get your laces tight.